Howdy folks. About a month or so ago I did a review on the ThiEYE T3 4K action camera. It's combined with another video on my channel. You can find it. It'll be a couple videos below this one. But I wanted to give an update on this. The original camera that I bought, I got it for $55, $56. Regularly, it went from anywhere from $100 to $130, and it was on Amazon. And I said, wow, I bought it. And so I bought it. So there were only one or two left, so I grabbed it. So camera seemed to work okay at the beginning, but I noticed really short battery life. It was only lasting a couple minutes or so. And as time went on, the battery just tended to be just useless in it. It was saying there was low battery after less than a minute. So emailing back and forth with customer service, they ended up sending me 2 new batteries, and I charged these up. They charged up to about 4.17 volts, and I tried them in this camera, and this is the camera that I got the first time. And one battery lasted about 55 seconds. The other battery lasted about 25 seconds, and then the camera shuts off. If it's plugged into power, you know, through USB, it operates fine. But you know, there was some, I don't know if it's communication issues. I'm not sure who I was dealing with or where I was dealing, you know, with. Maybe the communication barrier, language barrier, or whatever. But you know, they insisting that there was a firmware update to this, but on the T3 there is no firmware. You get what's on the camera. There's no update to that. Every other model that they have a firmware upgrade, except the T3, and they kept telling me that was. So so I ended up making a video similar to this, and where I showed on exactly what this camera was doing with the batteries, and finally was able to send it off to them, and they were able to get at the video. And apparently somebody determined that I needed a new camera, so they sent me this one, and that is the camera that you're currently viewing this video on, is the camera with here. And so far I've made a couple of videos, just a couple of test videos, and one of them was, I don't know, 15 minutes long or whatever, and the battery was fine. It was still fully charged, and I'm looking at the back of the LED display right now, and you know, the battery shows fine, and it's still the same battery that I used before. So apparently, for some reason, there is something wrong with this camera. It has the exact same firmware than the new one that came, and just for some reason it indicates that you know, 4.15 or 4.16 volts is not enough for it to operate. So it just shuts down. So hopefully I'm going to put this camera through the paces, but I wanted to give you an update that they did eventually fix it. It took, you know, 3 or 4 weeks and about 25 emails to get it done, but they did finally send me another camera, and hopefully this will be good, because I'm upgrading from this little camera, and this I've been using for probably about a year and a half, and it's a $30 camera, and came with a whole bunch of accessories and everything like that. But all the videos you see, except for 1 or 2, is taken with this camera that's on my channel. And I'm not happy with the lens that's on it. The lens on the ThiEYE is much better. It's a Sony lens. This, I don't know what the lens is on this, but you know, it shoots 1080p. The microphone's good. The ThiEYE, I've kind of noticed that the microphone is pretty good too, you know, as long as I'm kind of close to it. But you know, I always use a hat cam. This is my mount, and you know, the camera fits in like this, and then in my hat I have a screw, and it screws right into there, and this sits on the top of my head when I'm doing my videos, and it's worked out really, really good. But you know, I'm just hoping to upgrade from this a little bit. It doesn't have image stabilization, doesn't have any kind of, you know, zoom or any of that fancy stuff. But I'm hoping that this replacement camera does the trick. So want to give you an update, and so far so good. If anything changes on that, I'll put another update out there. Okay, I'll talk to you later, and thanks for watching.